Tonight's podcast is brought to you by Disney World's newest attraction, Alligator Adventure.
Dickie Mouse here, and down at Disney World's newest attraction, nothing will say a fun time for you and your family like staring death in the fucking face. Oh boy, your kids will have so much fun. It's likely that you'll never see them again. Come on down. Welcome back to the world of tasteless humor that is sure to make you shake your fucking head. I'm Lyle McClendon. I'm here with Brandon Gentry.
We should probably go fuck ourselves this week.
Yeah, I think so after that one. We are the Kinda Lovable Good Old Gamers podcast.
Yeah.
We're coming at you. It is June 15th, the year of our Lord, who frowns frequently upon us, I'm sure. But anywho.
It's 2016 AF.
Yep, AF. And let me tell you, fam, this is a sequel episode, just so you know. Mm-hmm. This is known as the Scootening Part 2 Lit AF Alligator Party. Is the name of this episode.
Yep, Alligator Dance Party.
Yeah, indeed. That might not go in the final title, but just so you know, that was the
Assault Rifle Edition.
You can tell we're not very sensitive. We're sorry. Anywho, we're coming back fresh off last weekend. We scooted on down to Hotlanta, for our second Southern Fried Gameroom Expo.
Yep.
And
we would have recorded there, but we had something more pressing.
Booze and food.
And our interview that we just published. Interview.
Indeed. That was a big deal for us.
Yeah, it was. Much thanks to Scott Schreiber of the Retro Gaming Roundup. That was great.
I'm really sorry I feffed your name up at the beginning. You have to take in consideration we had a large amount of alcohol and booze.
Yeah, I noticed. I had him repeat something he told us in the beginning. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm fucking drunk." Sorry about that, but it was great.
It was a great thing. We're very thankful for him taking the time to talk to some lowly little shits like ourselves.
He had a Coleco Chameleon Repro. I didn't think about we should have got our fucking picture holding the fucking thing.
Yeah, we should have.
I got pictures of it, but I'm like, fuck, why aren't we in those pictures with it?
Well, that's one of the reasons we ended up talking to this guy initially. Is I figure we can go ahead and talk about that. As that was one of the first things we did. We walk in the room and they have, there's all kinds of vendors and shit set up everywhere. We go walking by a table and notice there's a fucking Coleco Chameleon.
Yeah.
Coleco Chameleon, quotations, sitting on these guys' desk. And
as I was already halfway lit AF.
Oh, yeah. We were totally lit fam AF. And
God damn it, I hate Twitter speak.
You just have to know. This is this the Rad edition, by the way. That's Rad AF. But anyways, he had the Coleco Chameleon on the table. And we stopped and we're looking at it, and he was like, "Let me ask you a fucking question. Does this look like a new console?" And, we get talking. Well, we informed him that we did an interview with Mike Kennedy.
Yeah, and he's like,
ago,
"Oh, yeah, I heard that."
And he actually remembered us. And Mark from Retro Magazine actually remembered who we were.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. And he was real cool and real adamant about doing an interview. And if you followed that whole fucking crazy situation along with us as the podcast has went, and if you're a listener, you know what the hell we're talking about. But, if you followed all that, he gives the flip side.
Yeah,
to the whole he is telling straight from inside the industry shit you didn't see going on you know, in the background.
Yep.
And it's a really interesting interview just to hear like the inside baseball version of it.
And just hearing the story of Mike Kennedy going from brother to betrayer.
Yeah. It makes that story so much bigger.
You know, when we really wrapped up our coverage, one of the things we wrapped it up with is Mike Kennedy made a long spiel about how he's real sorry, he didn't know this and that, and he's basically blaming it all on his incompetence. Well, Scott opened her eyes that even that was bullshit. He knew what the fuck he was doing the entire time.
Very deceptive. Because, that's one thing, and we even told them that, like, we always gave him the benefit of the doubt kind of deal. Cause especially at the beginning. Toward the end, we realized it was a big...
Once we saw, like, the close-up pictures of the thing, and it was like, oh, fuck, we've been fucking wrong.
But it was a really good interview. Check them out, Retro Gaming Roundup.
Yep.
They do a monthly podcast.
Yeah.
Really good, though. So go and listen to them. And you can probably... I'm sure they'll be talking about Southern Fried at some point, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, where do we want to begin with the tale that is the Scootening Lit AF Rad Fuck-Ass Alligator 47 edition?
I know the first thing I did when I got there after we got unpacked and finally set up our fucking consoles, that was a little bit of bullshit. But,
oh, yeah. It took us about what to get
close to an hour.
Yeah.
Because we had to find TVs, find plugins, because there's hardly any plugins in that room. Like last year, we just brought it by, and they pretty much did the work.
They brought TVs and everything to us last year.
Yeah, and this time we pretty much were shit out of luck and had to hook our consoles we brought out of the kindness of our own fucking hearts. Had to hook them up ourselves, and it took a while just to find everything together. But I understand they're very busy.
Oh, they were slammed.
Yeah, like
hell the entire time.
That could have used a little bit of work. I will say that though. But yeah, that wasn't that bad. We got that hooked up. We got in, and I caught the last match of the wrestling they had there, and that was pretty damn sweet.
I missed it. I was too busy walking around, taking every other side in. By the time I got to that room, it was over. Yeah. We could start with the console room.
Yeah.
The console room this year was pretty legit. Compared to last year. I mean, last year's was good too, but this year, like, you really seen some...
about double last year's.
Some heavy hitters, like Turbo there. Somebody had the 3DO hooked up.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, the Saturday morning, the event was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday morning when everybody was asleep and Emerald woke up and was taking a shower, I eased on down to the floor, and I got about an hour in on Alien vs. Predator on the Jaguar.
My apologies. My condolences.
I enjoyed it.
I mourn for your hour. You will never get it back.
I haven't.
It is dead to us.
I've not played that game since I was a child, and it was really nice getting to...
I tried to play it. I really did.
Yeah, and it... Not so tight AF, huh?
No, it was pretty lame AF.
It's tight as CKC. That stands for Cuckold and Forever. In the console room, I actually heard a girl use the term AF.
You told me about that. In the wild.
Squares that don't know, that stands for ass fuck.
Yeah. I can't believe that people use that in a non-sarcastic manner in real life.
No kidding. This obviously young man, probably probably 13, 14, was hitting on this lady, and she was like, "Oh, that's awkward AF." I walked out, and I looked at everyone, I'm like, it fucking happened. It really happened.
It's like watching it on the Discovery Channel, like some rare species doing something in the wild.
Like hood rats or something. I don't know. The youth are stupid.
There's a lot of awkward ass people there.
That was one thing I really wanted to talk about.
I've never seen so many waxed mustaches.
You can smell the pomade coming up the escalator.
Yeah, like we got in the elevator, no one in there, and we just smelled fucking the hipster scent. Hard.
One thing that really creeped me out, and I don't know the guy's name, but if anybody's curious, there is a picture of him I could point the direction of, because there's a picture of this guy on another thing, and it said, "You sure do meet some awkward people at conventions." Well, me and Brandon were initially taking our consoles in.
Yeah.
Brandon and I had old computers. Like Brandon had his
VIC
20. I had my Aquarius, my Atari 400. Well, there's this dude like fucking just kind of hanging around the Ghostbusters pinball machine, which we will get to. Anyways, this dude's like, oh, he's a big, tall, lurch-looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
And like,
looks like both of his eyes have been punched out.
He's slept in days because he's been up fucking playing Nibbler or some shit. And he just, classic computer guys, eh? Just comes running over there to me, and he's like, I used to play a game called Laser Spawn. And you just had to see me do this because this guy would talk and he would grin real big with his gangly, weird teeth and just shake his head, and look at you like, I've never heard of this fucking game or this computer you're even talking about.
He's talking about like vaporware.
And he's like,
I can't find it ever again. Like, yeah,
I've never been able to find it, but you hit 50,000 points, you get a blue laser. And the blue laser is called you gotta have the Alamastius core for the neutrons. I don't fucking know. He was just saying.
And if you get a low score, it says you did terrible.
Yeah, yeah. But if you get a good score, it says you did great. This dude literally.
God, y'all are missing so much from Lyle's facial expressions. We gotta get videos.
I just need to make a video of this dude. I will put on an outfit and try to I'll black both of my eyes and try to look like this dude. Fucking crazy, dude. Like I can see that shit when I close my eyes and go to bed. I'm just like, huh?
We had to run in with the Time Lord.
Oh my God! Tell them about the Time Lord we met on the escalator. Oh my fuck!
Yeah, we get on that's the elevator.
No, the elevator. Excuse me.
We get in the elevator, and this other couple. I don't remember if they were in first or we were. Either way, we're all in there, and the couple's like they're about our age, maybe a little bit younger.
I'd say a little bit younger, and possibly maybe even a couple years older. They were probably about our age.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in our 30s. Well, you're not yet, but
yeah. The guy looked like he was trying really hard to still be 18 or something with his spiked up hair and all.
His Affliction T-shirt.
Yeah. And the girl, she's a ginger, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah, it's a strike one. But
indeed.
Yeah, we get in there, and they're talking about how they got out of their cosplay. I don't know what the hell they cosplayed as. Maybe, were they the Ghostbusters, maybe? Because there's a bunch of Ghostbusters
I think they were
cosplayers.
I think they were something from, like, fucking Doctor Who or something.
Yeah, that makes sense, because she's a Time Lord.
Her TARDIS got her there.
Tarded. But she says something along the lines of, well, this isn't the 1980s anymore. I mean, that not like that has anything to do with the Earth's rotation around the sun. Oh, wait, it has everything to do with Earth's rotation. And then me and Lyle just look at each other like...
I think
Lyle had the best idea. Like, if we could have pre-planned this and had special effects... Yeah. Like, just have the backs of our head just explode
like a squibbed blood pack on the back of your head that would just, like, explode outward upon pressing a button.
This splatter up against the glass.
If you've ever seen the movie,
like, having a seizure.
If you could just set like a lifeline, the movie Scanners for that fucking newscaster's head. I just imagine this woman screaming like chunks of strawberries that she thinks is some man's brain.
So we'd have to have someone in there that's in on it so they can just scream, "You blew his mind!"
Yeah, we were going down the elevator, so I was like, "It'd just be great." She's maybe like,
but yeah, every time we saw them, I was like, "Well, there's the Time Lord."
A Time Lord approaches. Between Time Lord and fucking Raccoon Eyes, that guy looked like some girl that went home crying from a school dance.
And then the return of Buffalo Bill. I don't know if we talked about Buffalo Bill last year.
We did not talk. I can't remember if we did or not.
It don't matter. We need to re-up everybody on Buffalo Bill.
Okay, so last year was like this year. I want to say we were actually on the 7th floor, I think, again last year.
Roughly, yeah. We
were higher up. So last year, go back to the Scootening part 1. But last year, I was walking down to get a drink out of the drink machine, and there was this really weird dude with try to envision this with me. He had on some khaki shorts with some socks and sandals, I'm pretty sure, and a old like Tommy Hilfiger shirt tucked in, long ass ponytail, bald on top, looks like Devin Townsend kinda, and he's just sitting there.
Stunt double.
Yes, he's just sitting there, dude, sweating real hard. And I walk by the room, and I can smell weed just like emanating out of the room. I'm kind of tempted to be like, if I wouldn't lose a kidney, I might go in here. Well, this Buffalo Bill looking motherfucker standing outside, and he just starts talking to me, and he's like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "Alabama." Me too. Oh, me too. I'm from Bound Fort Payne. What about you? And I'm just like, from Decatur. I kind of I lied. I'm not going to be like, oh, here's my address, you motherfucker. I'm a size 14 in women's clothes, by the way. I know that. But, this guy's just like, starts talking to me. He's like, yeah, we need to do something like this in Alabama. Get everybody together. Get some pens going. He kept saying that. He just kept like seductively like, we'll get some pens going. I got it's not really a house, more like a shed out by the wood line. Well, I'm good at cooking barbecue. I'm good. At this point, I'm just like, your last name's Sawyer and you used to live in Texas. Your little messed up brother with some other person's face on his own carved a bunch of teenagers up. He's just like, no, it ain't like that at all. I'm just going to barbecue and sweat everywhere. We're going to bust some pins. This dude just kept on and on last year. And it's weird because it was all about barbecue and pinball in his little shed. Didn't know this motherfucker shit from Shinola, Well, he was there again this year.
He didn't say anything to us this time.
He didn't say anything.
But he eyeballed us quite a few times.
Well, we got onto the elevator with him and some other douchebag who made a fucking some witty joke about like he had never ridden on an elevator with ZZ Top or something because me and you were both bearded. And you were like, I don't remember what it was you said. You were just like, don't mistake something for something.
I don't even remember. I was lit AF.
Lit AF, fam.
I didn't notice Buffalo Bill never changed clothes the entire weekend.
No, that's kind of the way. I'm pretty sure that was the same outfit he was wearing last year. Between now and then, ain't nothing changed. Literally, there were a lot of awkward fucking people. Some cool people. I mean, we've had a lot of cool people. Definitely, but there were some weird motherfuckers. I noticed they had the couple sharing thing kind of beat out a little more this year. Like you didn't see as much. I mean, it was still happening. I mean, personal violator of that, but a lot more fucking pinball this year.
Oh yeah.
Though, speaking of busting some pins.
In one way I like it because I never see pinball, but at the same time, like I'm more of an arcade game guy, and so I didn't like that quite as much, And I'm gonna get fucking crucified for this, but if you played one pinball, you've played most pinballs. I mean, I love them, but they're all just variations of the same thing.
The only thing I've really noticed that is different to me about pinball machines is some of the pinball games use like heavier balls.
Yeah.
And I can tell a big difference because I didn't like the pinball games that moved uber fucking slow. Like, there was one game Emma played that was, and I got to give my wife and your wife props on this. The ladies went with us and they hung the entire fucking time.
Yep.
They didn't get moody or nothing.
Yep.
Played some games. Emma busted 11 million on fucking Bride of Pinbot. Got to give that girl some props. Gotta give your old lady props. Everybody gets props because y'all was all lit AF all weekend.
Props AF.
Fam.
The only game I really practiced and wanted to set a high score on was Broken as soon as we got there and then wheeled out of there the
no
next day.
Fucking no burger time at all.
I was so disappointed.
Fucking weekend. I was disappointed and I was looking forward to maybe playing some Simpsons again. Maybe even some Turtles in Time. None of that.
No Star Wars arcade?
That was a big fucking letdown to me. No Star Wars arcade. Which I understand that's all on
they don't
people
have any control
bringing the
over
shit.
that.
Yeah. It was still, I mean, we're not down in it. It was still
it's
fucking
still a great
fun,
time.
man. A lot more vendors this year, too.
Yeah, there was. You got you a couple new joysticks.
I did. I bought 2 Zippy ball-top joysticks that I've yet to install, but will. Also, you got some cool shit.
Yeah, we talked about Scott earlier. I got a copy of his CGE Adventures, which is the game of their podcast, which him, UK Mike, and Mike Kennedy is on there. I'm going to mail him a manual because I meant to give it to him there, but I've totally forgot. So I sent him a text. I'm mailing him the manual. He's going to take it over with him to the UK to get him and UK Mike to sign it.
If you could only get...
he said if I'm feeling froggy, he'll give me Kennedy's address. I don't know if I want to take that gamble. I might.
He might just keep it. And I'm going to press 50 molds of this and sell it as my own game.
Yeah. But yeah, I still haven't got to try it out because I don't have a 2600. We'll have to try it out tonight if you don't care, or maybe another day. I definitely got to check it out, though.
Yeah, I wanted to buy one, but I kind of needed joysticks.
Yeah.
A little more. And I figure I could probably order one of those.
Oh yeah,
I'm always uber captivated by homebrew, though. That's one of my favorite things about the retro scenes, the homebrew market.
Let's see. I didn't buy it, but I got me a. Well, you want to talk about Sky Cursor?
Yeah, I was fixing to say. Speaking of homebrew, of the ultimate sense.
Yeah, I got me a Sky Cursor poster. Got them to sign it. That's going to get laminated and framed in either by the arcade or in the computer room one.
I was bummed out because I got 830 kills and they didn't give me shit.
Oh.
Which, I mean, I wasn't just like, aren't you going to give me something? I was just proud that I got through the first boss.
Yeah.
Sky Cursor, though, what a fucking awesome game.
Yeah, it is. It's a horizontal shooter, and man, it is fucking great. Giant, this beautiful sprites.
You have a sword as well as a gun that you're able to use to deflect.
Yeah, your plane or ship or whatever is equipped with a katana. And I couldn't think of at the time. I wanted to talk some shit with them, and I'll probably have it in my mind.
Sensory overload, though.
Yeah, because all the liquor. And but it reminded me a lot of Ubermosh, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about Ubermosh on here. It's a I don't know if it's a twin stick shooter, if it falls under that category, but it's a top down view shooter where you control a little person and you shoot the fuck of all the enemies, and you got a sword that does the same thing, mows down enemies or reflects bullets. Nice. So it really reminded me of that, and it's just again the same kind of style of graphics and stuff. So I was wondering if I'll ask them.
It's a guy and his dog, isn't it?
Yeah, a guy and his dog.
It's really cool as shit.
It is.
And it's we're going to interview the guys this coming weekend or at some point, and it's 3 guys from Indiana. 3 dudes.
No Kickstarter or anything. We want to do it. Let's do it.
That's awesome, man. And they've done quite a. It was on a candy cab, Japanese candy. Oh,
it's pretty sweet.
So sweet. Richard up at Pints and Pixels, actually.
Yeah, they bought a cab.
They have.
I don't know if it's up and running because I know it's still all in like beta version right now. But yeah, they got it.
So you too can check it out. You should at least YouTube it and check some of the videos out.
And listening to our interview when we post that.
Indeed.
It should be our next episode. Things may get changed around. We don't know yet, but it should be next episode. On that note, if you get any questions or comments for them, send them in.
Indeed. I did happen, talking about arcade games, the Donkey Kong cab this year was on point. You could press the first and second player button down and access Donkey Kong 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was awesome. I was happy to see that.
Man, arcade-wise, they had the same time crashes as last year, the exact same cab.
Yep.
Because the burn-in on it was like, it triggered that Pavlovian response in my brain, like, I've done this.
Yeah.
Which, it wasn't bad. It's time crashes.
I sped run Mario twice.
Yeah.
Did it on the little NES console system and then the actual NES in the console room. or any Nintendo arcade system, not console
Yeah.
system.
As far as pinball goes,
I played a fuck ton of pinball.
I did too, because there's a lot more of it. My favorites, definitely gonna have to go with Spider-Man, and Spider-Man was awesome.
Spider-Man was great.
I really want a Spider-Man cab so bad, or not, pinball machine so bad. What else? I'm trying to think.
Godzilla.
I'm going to post a picture of it on the side, but someone put a sticky note under the name Godzilla that says in name only, because it was the 1999
The Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, the shitty
Godzilla.
American one. And
Zilla.
Yeah,
and that
pretty much.
That's its technical name. And
I
that
think
what
so.
Toho gave it?
Yeah, it's a bitch. They just made fun of it in Final Wars.
Yeah,
like
it gets blown away instantly.
Yeah, like the Godzilla tail swipes it once or something, just sends it in fucking orbit.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I think it only tail swap Matthew Broderick with him.
I know there's another one I was thinking that I liked a lot. Ghostbusters was good. I mean, I probably liked it a lot more if I was a huge Ghostbusters fan.
I loved Ghostbusters.
It was a good pin.
It was great. It was everything I expected out of it.
It didn't disappoint. I would probably have played it more if it wasn't for the lines for it. Man. The lines are ridiculous. What I understand is it's a new pinball. It's the most anticipated pinball in quite a while.
Oh, yeah.
But, what else? I know I played the Hobbit pinball. What a fucking turd.
I didn't play the Hobbit. The guy that made the Hobbit was there.
Really?
Yeah.
I should have punched him in the throat. That was the worst pinball I've ever played.
Really?
I've put quarters in broken ones and regretted it less.
Damn.
I'm not fucking kidding.
That's brutal AF, fam. Damn.
The only thing that sold it was the big pretty LCD screen on the back. But I had scenes from the movie and stuff. Man, I don't remember if it had a plunger or not. It don't really matter. I prefer plungers. Pinball with a button to launch the ball it loses something.
Some element to it.
Yeah, to me, pinballs have plungers. But there was a whole lot going on inside the pinball itself. When you launch the ball, instead of going all the way to the back of the machine and just going nuts like a normal pinball machine, it just kind of limp-dicked out of there. Just like, bleh.
There was a couple I played like that had a really heavy ball.
This one was more than just the heavy ball, though. Every pinball machine, just about every pinball machine I played, when you launch it, it goes all the way to the back.
Mm-hmm.
This launched like a third of the way up. Yeah. So there was like zero momentum to it.
Yeah, a lot of the time when you pull the ball all the way back, launch back, you get like skill shot points and shit.
Yeah.
This
one, like when you first launch it, it just kind of limp dicks out and just falls right to your flippers. And there's not a whole lot going on there. I played it one time and I was fucking pissed. I was like, I wasted a minute amount of my life playing this piece of shit.
Dude, one that I enjoyed more so than anything was the one Imra kicked ass on.
The Bride of Pinbot?
Yeah, the machine, the Bride of Pinbot. I fucking loved that pinball machine.
I played that one a lot last year. It was quite nice.
Real fast action and got so much shit going on it. Like,
yeah.
It has like a little face where if you land the ball in the mouth on the face, it says, I have a voice. And you turn the robot into more of a human. And the face flips over and it's like a woman's face then. Fucking wild. Adam's Family was good, of course. Always.
Yeah. Playboy was good. Did you get your hands
Playboy
on Playboy?
Was fun. I like Judge Dredd was cool, but man, like Judge Dredd launches like 4 balls at once.
Yeah.
And it's non-stop.
And it counts every loss against you.
Yeah, like you get every ball in play at one time.
Yeah. And it's fun but fucking hectic.
Ninja Turtles was good.
Ninja Turtles had the best April on it.
Oh my god. We got a picture of her, didn't we?
Yeah, I got a picture.
April has the sweetest, like, cleavage.
Yeah.
Dude, it looks like the Foot Clan and Shredder's about to drag her off and fuck the hell out of her. Let's just be straight to the point here. It's it's a sign of the rape culture we live in.
This is a piss off some Tumblr rights. You dress like that, you get what you got coming to you.
It smells like a slut. It's probably a slut.
I know, man.
I'm just kidding.
She was very babylicious on that one.
People would... That come out now, people would have a fucking fit.
Oh, yeah.
They'd be like, that's sexist. I'm like, well, it is, but it sold nerdy guys' pinball machines, so...
Yeah. It was great, though.
It had a pizza wheel. A pizza that constantly spins. And that, like, if you hit can throw your ball off in any weird direction.
That Playboy one had a lot of strip teases on it.
Did it?
Oh, they were hidden. They were hidden all over the fucking machine. Like, you'd trigger things and they would flip around or slide around and give you small strip teases. And like, one guy was telling me, I think he said he had one or was looking to buy one of the two. He showed me some of them I didn't even know about it until he pointed them out. And he's like, yeah, they get all these things set up on here to distract you while you're trying to play, suck them quarters out of you.
That's a good idea. I mean, that's a perfect table to do it with. I played the Space Invaders pinball machine.
That one's got some sweet fucking art.
The artwork is a blatant ripoff of Alien, like Geiger Alien, but it is fucking. It's like a demonic, satanic
it's
human
a fairly
alien.
old one. Does it predate Alien?
It's. I want to say it's around the same time as Alien because the marquee artwork or whatever is what looks like the alien on the board. It kind of looks like it too, like the H.R. Geiger's art. It's all like weird biomechanical shit interweaved.
But around the pinball machine itself, is Space Invaders.
Yeah, and it actually in the lanes on the pinball board, it actually has the actual little Space Invaders. On it. Because I was curious, I'm like, is this like Space Invaders? And I seen that and was like, wow, I never knew that existed.
They had that there last year too.
I didn't remember it. I don't think.
I distinctly remember that art. It's pretty great.
Maybe I do. I just didn't.
Could have been the booze.
Yeah. Lots of booze.
We upped our booze game up a lot this year. For better or worse, I couldn't say, but
tequila, whiskey, rum, beer.
I will say, booze made me a great starship captain.
Oh, me and Brandon and our old ladies.
We boldly went
where no good old gamer has went before. We walked into a Star Wars,
not Star Wars,
or Star Trek kind of themed.
Yeah,
Artemis Bridge Simulator is the name of it.
Yeah,
and Brandon was our fearless captain.
Yeah,
and led us to victory. I was on helm.
Yeah, I signed us up the previous night, and I feel bad because I accosted the sign up girl. She was like 12, and I was asking her all these questions, and I was drunk, and she's like, I don't know, my dad just does this. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to not ask you all these questions. But
I noticed you have a red shirt on.
Yeah, she was wearing the red shirt, so I was like, oh, your days are numbered. There's an alligator coming for you. But, nah, she was nice. I signed us up, and I signed me up as the captain of Good Old Gamers. And when we started off, like the guy asked, who's the captain? And I said, I am. And at the same time, this other turbo nerd type guy was like, I want to be the captain. I'm like, no, I got enough alcohol in my system to be the perfect captain. Like, I'll fight you for it.
You can tell it frightened the main captain demoing the thing.
Oh,
he was like, well, alcohol's good and all, but it's bad for the flight commands. Leave your alcohol back here.
Yeah, he wasn't too... Like, I've said this to a guy I work with, but he reminds me of, like, a guy who sets us up for his youth group every week. Like, he's real nice, but, like, I got that vibe from him. Like, this is something he did to teach kids the value of teamwork. I'm like, and I come in there, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking drunk. Let's fucking boldly go.
You just went in there to teach kids, but you can still be drunk and save the galaxy.
You can't get a DUI in space.
Yeah, that was a question that was actually asked: is if there was something that we could get in trouble for while flying drunkenly through space. At this point, the people that we killed, they might have been friendlies. Fuck them. Wrong place, wrong time. I guess.
We killed them all. You in that simulator, like most everyone there had touchscreens. Did you have a touchscreen?
I did.
I think Emma was the only one that did not with weapons. She was using a mouse.
Yeah.
Everyone else had touchscreens, so it was very much like a bridge you would see in a spaceship. And it was divided up into roles. Lawel was helm, so that means he piloted it. Emma was weapons. My old lady Jamie, she was comms. Then we had one guy was science, another guy was engineering. Just some random guys. Guys that haven't played the game way too fucking much, but whatever. We had them there. And
I don't think they liked us.
And then I was captain. I didn't have a screen. I just told people what to do, which is the best job. But
I agree.
Yeah, it was really fucking cool. I know that through comms, we could have tried to talk the enemy ships into surrendering, but I was like, no. We got nukes, fuckers.
That's and how we use them.
That's what I told Jamie. I was like, you get those. There's 3 bases, like satellite bases or whatever, space stations. That's the word I'm looking for. Set up in there, and you can have them like make you arms and all this shit. I was like, Jamie, tell them to make nukes. And as soon as they're done making them, have them make more nukes. Like, we just want full Team America on it, and we fucking won. I don't know what the win rate was. I know the previous guy and I know one other team before that or after that I saw lost. So out of what I've seen, we were the only ones. I'm sure there's other people who won, but you know that made me feel good that the guys right before us were like way too fucking into it.
Oh, dude, they were like serious. Using the lingo and everything.
Oh
like,
yeah.
They probably wouldn't. If I would have been like, you know, if I would have been like, which fucking way into space are we going? They'd probably ignore that. What are the coordinates for our deep space expeditions? I
really wish you'd have done the Scotty.
Yeah. I'm giving it all I got, Captain. In retrospect, I do too.
But yeah, we won. We fucking kicked ass. The Turbo Nerd team before us completely failed and they were pissed, and that just made me so happy. Like, I came in there not giving any fucks, and I still beat it.
We owned the day on that.
Yeah,
shit.
We did. We're fucking winners. You need a spaceship team? Call the good old gamers.
Hey, NASA, we know you're about to go to Mars.
Yeah.
We'll get us there.
Fuck yeah, we'll blow everything up in between.
Yep. No moon. No
Don't
shit.
need that shit.
No. What else did we do? I'm trying to think of some other arcade, other than the basics I always play.
Yeah.
I set the score on some guy's Miss Pac-Man cabinet.
Nice.
I was happy about that. Hit like 186,000.
They had a really sweet Satan's Hollow set up. It's the first time I played an original cab of that.
I'd never even seen one in person until that one.
Well, fuck, it's got such a fucking stigma on it around here that no one around here has them. That one guy's like, watch out for Satan's Hollow.
Yeah, he said that, and then I found $10 on the ground. And Brandon was like, Satan gave you that $10. Yeah. I was like, yes. Keep it coming, Dark Lord. Keep the blessings rolling in.
He blesses with space victory, and he blesses with currency.
Yeah, that's okay. There was a board game section this year that I
skipped out on because
there was like 100 games though back there that you could check out and play.
I thought about it, but I mean, one, I was drunk the entire time. Two, most board games take a while to learn.
Taken away from bottle time, gaming elsewhere.
Yeah, and we didn't spend quite as much time on the game for us. I had liked just because we had distractions and other things, but I didn't want to spend any more game time doing board games, which I'll eventually get to play anyways, probably. So I wasn't too worried about that. I was kind of tempted to go sit down with the Magic nerds and it's like, hey, give me a deck, and then whoop their ass with it.
See how many kids kill themselves after you get done playing.
Just come in there, act like I don't know a goddamn thing about Magic, and whoop their ass and leave.
There'd be like mass suicides and everybody, but there was some stigma, some negative energy, and I'm just like, Brandon's Magic the Gathering deck is full of negative energy.
Oh shit!
Better put up all your Cat 5 cables. Those nerds gonna be hanging themselves.
I imagine one of them Artemis nerds is like hung themselves by VGA cables in there.
One cool person that we got to meet, that we got a picture with, the motherfucking Bad Arcade from Kung Fury.
Yeah, the Laser Unicorn Arcade.
Some guy had a spot fucking on cosplay outfit of that. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm. And it actually, when I inspected it, I mean, it's a fairly simple costume because it's cardboard boxes he cut out and printed on, but he did a really fucking good job with it. He walked around a lot there doing like the robot walk the whole time. It was fucking amazing though.
It was great. I got a text message early from Brandon saying the fucking arcade from Kung Fury's walk up the second floor, and I was on the second floor. He come walking around the corner. This blew my mind.
There were some odd cosplayers there too. I know there's an Elvira there. She had the top part right, but she also
the bottom part right wrong.
Yeah, she's like she mixed Stay Puft Marshmallow Man with Elvira.
God, it's like the reboot version, probably. God damn it. Oh,
There was a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yes, there was. He come up and stood behind me. And I was just tempted to turn around and be like, I know your suit's inflatable. I'll pop it.
Just turn around and knock his block off.
Like, you're a Michelin tire man. You're not a goddamn Stay Puft Man. You're full of air, like a tire. Speaking of reboot, though, the Ghostbusters reboot people were on hand. Got some pictures of posing angrily next to the cutouts.
Yeah, one of them you're about to throw down some fisticuffs with one of them.
Melissa girl about to roll her big ass down the hill.
Yeah, we saw the I don't know your name, the semi-famous Samus cosplayer.
I was gonna say we seen Samus in the console room and she looked very uncomfortable.
Yeah, very unsanitary. And I'm not saying that because she wasn't bathing. I'm saying that because she's practically naked.
There's something I could say, but I don't know if I want to.
You do. I'm going to say it. I think I do.
I was just going to say something about snail trails being...
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There were some sloppy camel toe prints left around.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad for her because, like...
She wasn't bad looking, but, I mean... I've seen...
You know, I'm not afraid of offending anybody with this podcast. She had pancake butt. There was nothing there.
Oh, it makes me think of Dave Chappelle. What you need is a good old case of pancake butt.
There's just...
That's the go-getter.
Nothing there at all. And a costume meant to, like, accentuate it, I guess. So it's just flat as a board.
When you outrunning all them fucking Metroids on, like, Planet...
Yeah. But, you know...
Meebs, whatever.
I'm not trying to fault her for it, even though I'm faulting her for it. I've got way too much ass. Maybe I could give her a little bit of mine, like we just even out.
Brandon's going to donate some ass to Samus.
Yeah. And then, you know, it was just that. It was the reason why I kind of felt bad for her is just because all the, like, panting nerds harassing her.
My God, dude. She was trying to honestly sit down and just, like, play some games in that console room.
That's why I didn't say a goddamn word to her. Because I was like, she's just trying to play. And guys will just walk up to her and like, I'm trying to hit on you, boy.
Boy, it's tight AF at outfit there. I'm going to go home and beat my dick like it owes me money and cry into my keyboard.
I'm sure she had a couple, like, Buffalo Bill type dudes come up and be like, what are you, the Pink Ranger?
I'm pretty sure she got asked if she wanted to come to a barbecue. And some beat up some pins.
She probably got a first-hand invitation. She probably got an invitation made of chloroform.
That's a gift that keeps on giving. What else? I'm trying to think. Other than really what we've talked about.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot more.
Trying to...
Savage Pizza was sweet as fuck.
Yeah, I did want to talk about Savage.
We met the park attendant for Coney Island out there.
I forgot. Yeah, he had
Come on down to Coney Island.
Wind girl bear off the hammer paw. Come on down. Test the strength. You're a strong-looking young man. See? Come on down. He had the fucking wispy mustache and like the fucking... He might as well had like not a full top hat, but the little derby thing that people wore in 1800s.
The beige derby thing.
He might as well had that on. And he was like, apparently, Savage Pizza is in Little 5 Points in Atlanta. And it's kind of like a cultural hub around there.
Yeah.
When we left, I didn't tell you. Me and Emma, we turned out going to the right. When we got down there at the end of Little 5 Points, there's a big sign that said pot shop, and they had a big lit up sign that said medical cannabis on it.
No shit.
And I was like, I didn't know that shit was legal. And I guess medicinal is over there, but there's like a pot shop and a little police annex and then like a record store and like a little place. I told him, I was like, that is the most unemployed block in America, probably.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I know what it is to smoke pot. I know what it is to be a musician. You're fucking broke when you do both. But anyways, there's like a fucking bar next to Savage Pizza or some shit. And
Vortex?
They were charging parking for that.
Yeah,
and I remember pulling up, and I'm just like, I'm gonna have to get out and have an old English boxing duel with this motherfucker because he's not gonna make us park to eat pizza.
Yeah, I waved us down, and I rolled down the window. It's like, parking's $5. I'm like, I'm just going to Savage Pizza. And it's like, oh, if you're going to Savage Pizza, you can park. I was like, okay, good, because you're about to run off customers, because I'm not going to pay to park to come eat at your restaurant.
No.
But apparently he was like an employee there because he just came in getting drinks and stuff. So he probably should have like started off by like, hey, are you here for
Vortex? The party over here or the pizza over there?
Yeah.
Savage Pizza, though. Oh.
It's the shit, man. If you go to Atlanta,
some of the best pizza
go to
in
Savage
Atlanta.
Pizza. It's you can't miss the place when you go there. It's got a giant, Marvel comic sitting on the front.
It's all comic book themed.
Yeah, comic book are all over the place. They got figures hanging from the ceiling. One of the waitresses looked like she came out of Jackrabbit Slims from Pulp Fiction. Like,
yes.
Give me the $5 milkshake.
Hey, the pizza we ordered. Me and Brandon got our good old Gamers Classic.
Oh,
fucking anchovies,
red peppers,
and onions.
It was so delicious.
Fucking amazing.
And then the women folk, they got the Cajun pizza, was shrimp,
andouille sausage. Yeah. It was also very delicious.
It was Savage Pizza, and you got to check that shit out. Yeah.
Savage AF, bro.
Yeah. It definitely savage, bro.
It gets savage. It's savage on my asshole the next morning, though. I'll give it that.
Yep.
But in a good way.
Mm.
Well, kind of. Omit that last thing.
It was painful, but it loved you.
Painful.
Yes.
Other than all that, though. Oh, one thing I will bitch about. If you do happen to go to Atlanta and stay at the... I'm kind of gathering any Marriott, but especially the Atlanta Waverly Renaissance.
Yep.
Do not plan on going and eating fucking breakfast.
Oh, no.
$19 a person.
Yeah, for, like...
Basic-ass breakfast.
It'll, like, if you went to Ryan's for their breakfast, if Ryan's was still a thing, it's their breakfast buffet, pretty much. Man, Marriott's fucking suck. We have not had a good experience with the Marriott.
First thing, checking in, she told me that I didn't specify if I wanted 2 beds or a king bed. And that really pissed me off because even on my paper thing, it said 2 queen beds.
Yeah.
And I told the lady, I was like, I know for a fact I reserved the 2 queen beds. I'm the one that reserved the fucking room. I know it. And I
remember saying in your email.
She was just acting like, oh, well, you didn't do that. And I'm just like, the fuck I didn't. Like, and then they didn't say, like last year it was $50 for the whole fucking weekend.
The deposit?
The deposit. And this year it was $40 a night.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And she lied to us too. She was like, oh, if you put it on a credit card, it'll drop off immediately as soon as you check out. So I put it on mine, and it stayed on there for 3 days. I mean, I don't really care, but, I don't appreciate that it's being lied to like that.
Well, she run my card to pay for the room and everything. They didn't take the money out of my account until, like, Tuesday, this past week.
Huh.
And, shit like that. And then, like Brandon kept saying, they nickel and dime you to fucking death on everything.
If you want Wi-Fi,
$12 a night.
$12 a night for Wi-Fi.
You want a bottle of fucking Evian water that's placed in your room? $5. I was scared to even make the coffee and shit. We tried in there.
Yeah, we didn't do it. We tried to get this little luggage cart to unload our shit.
Because you got to keep in mind, we had a bunch of shit, consoles, computers.
Yeah, gear. And they pretty much ask you into using their bellboy servers. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not paying some guy to unload my stuff.
The guy kept saying, I'd be really happy to help you. And I'm like, can we just get a cart to get this stuff? Yeah. And he was like, we can't do that. That's why we're here. And I'm like, well, we're toting shit then.
Yep.
Because way I see it, like, as much as they charge us and the way they do shit there, your tips are already fucking covered on my behalf. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that might not be right. If you're listening, you work in a hotel and think I'm a fucking asshat for saying
Well,
that.
bitch at your
Correct me.
employer about it because it's their responsibility. I think it's the same with the restaurants. I think restaurants would have to pay. There shouldn't be tips. We're the only fucking country that tips. Is the restaurants should be having to do that. I don't want to have to fucking make decisions on how good of a fucking job you do and have to pay your fucking wage to do it. That's the restaurant's job.
That's true.
Don't put that decision on me. I'm just trying to have a good fucking time.
We did manage to get them to bring us a table and chairs after a bit of about 3
6
hours.
times.
Yeah, 3
Hassle.
hours worth of hassle.
But yeah, it seems the bigger the hotel you go to, the fucking shitter they are. We can go pay $100+ a night for this big hotel and get fucking nothing. You go to a Super 8 for $40, you get anything you need: Wi-Fi, free breakfast, fucking luggage, whatever. They got you covered. It's horseshit.
It was that's out of all. I'm sorry, I got a mouthful of chicken finger.
It is cock.
Out of both times, that's been my most negative part of the experience. Is just the fucking Marriott hotels in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because they literally nickel, and the room wasn't as fucking clean as it should be. And I found a pair of toenail clippers underneath the bed. Disgusting. I was hoping to find a dead hooker, but I guess they clean those up nowadays.
Usually, yeah.
Damn it.
I don't think there's anything else there that we need to cover. It's overall real good time. Want to do it again next year.
Uh-huh. I went ahead and reserved a room. I don't know if I'll go or not yet. There's a grand old game room expo in Nashville on my birthday.
Huh.
November 11th, 12th, and 13th. And what really got me to wanting to go is they encourage all night drunken late playing.
Oh,
and
nice.
the game room floors are open till 4 a.m.
Sweet.
each night. So
I would like to go, but my old lady's only going to let me do one a year probably, so.
yeah, mine's kind of up in the air right now. I thought about maybe going for my birthday, but I don't really know.
So do we even want to touch on E3 or not? Because, I mean, it is kind of done to death. I wouldn't mind saying a little bit.
We can. All I'm going to say about it, I'm just going to list off the top.
E3 was disappointing.
It was very disappointing. Nintendo was the most disappointing, in a way, but I'm just going to list them off the head, and then you can talk about it. The 5 things I really liked about the new E3. Number 1, of course, Zelda Breath of the Wild.
No Linkle.
No Linkle. Looks amazing. Pumped about that shit. Friday the 13th, the game, they showed some gameplay of it. The next Zelda, my most anticipated game. Resident Evil 7 looks pretty cool. Seen some more Final Fantasy 15 shit that looked really cool. And Sea of Liars for Xbox One and PC. I thought was really badass.
On the Breath of the Wild new Zelda game, it's like I said, no Linkle. I know there's a bunch of social justice warriors all butthurt because you can't play a female in it. I'm like, for fuck's sake. There's plenty of games where you can be a female. And I'm fine if they make more games.
Just be happy the name's fucking titled The Legend of Zelda.
I'd be cool if they made another game that's all, you play as Zelda the whole time. That's fine. Just don't do fucking Linkle. That is such a fucking lazy cop-out.
Female Link seems stupid. Why not let you play as Zelda?
Yeah.
For once.
And that they considered that, I don't know, I guess they wanted to make this a main installment. Because, I mean, the game's always been about Link. And a Zelda game to be more of a side thing, which is fine. But they wanted this to be the main series. And that's fine. I don't have a fucking problem with it. Social justice warriors can go eat fucking dick. And, or whatever gender you identify with eating.
I'm glad how you caught yourself on that.
Yeah, I don't want to offend anybody. Someone's getting an angry Tumblr post. It's supposed to be the largest Nintendo game that they've made yet. And one thing I don't like is it's got RPG elements, like stats and shit.
I know on the video you have to cook and craft shit too.
Yeah, it's still probably going to be good, but one of the charms of Zelda is you got hearts and weapons. You got hearts and weapons. You use your brain to get around obstacles, not padding your stats. I don't like that.
That's one thing I don't want to have to fucking grind in a Zelda game. I do not want to have to do that.
And it seems, because they're going to this format, it's almost going to be inherent in the system. I mean, they could get around it, but there's an ant on the microphone. Oh, he can chill. Whatever.
Eat it.
Gain its power.
To crawl around on a microphone.
But yeah, overall it looks good. The main thing that hitch I have is the RPG elements. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Well, that's one of the things that makes Zelda. You know, it's like a casual RPG. You can just fucking jump in and
like
play.
Like I said,
you know? But it's still got enough.
The difficulty is always come in the gameplay itself, not in like a traditional RPG where you got to deal with numbers and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't like that, but they could still pull it off. So I'm willing to give it a chance. Pokemon Go's due out in July. I watched some more shit on it. You get items in the game by going to landmark locations. I still don't know how they plan on making money on it. They haven't I haven't seen how they plan on doing microtransactions. I imagine it's going to be bullshit.
Buying Pokeballs and shit.
Only the first gen at launch, which I'm cool with. I wish they'd just keep it that way, but that's not going to happen. Pokemon spawn based on the environment, which is cool, but at the same fucking time, if I want a fucking desert Pokemon, yeah.
You're not driving to Nevada to get a fucking Pokemon.
No.
Somebody will, though. That's the bad thing.
Yep. And it's got some $35 accessory. I'm guessing it's going to be like a little Pokeball, Bluetooth Pokeball
I've
or something.
seen it. It's like a little watch-looking thing.
It vibrates when you get near a Pokemon. You just press a button to try to catch it without getting your phone out. I guess that's cool.
Is it?
I guess. I don't know. The gameplay looked okay. They just overlaid the models onto whatever your camera's showing. So it was okay. I don't know. There's also going to be gyms in different areas and different teams fight for them. I don't know. These kind of games seem like they would be a lot better in an urban environment.
Need to go to the Space and Rocket Center.
Yeah. Out here in the fucking country, it seems like it'd just be bare bones as fuck bullshit. You have to go fucking trespass on Farmer Johnson's cow pasture to get the...
my God, there'll be kids getting shot and arrested trying to catch fucking sand shrews and shit.
Yep. Last thing I want to talk about was the 2 Xboxes that's been announced. Total, all in all, a lot of horse shit.
I can see the Xbox, the slimmer one.
Well, the S isn't slim. That's what I assumed it was back then, but it's not. It's a more improved Xbox. I think it is smaller, but it's more improved.
It's 2 terabyte hard drive.
Well, they got different versions of it.
Of course.
Yeah, 500 gigs, 300, and 2 terabyte. I think is 400 or 500. I don't recall. It's all improved hardware though, so it's not just a slimmer, more affordable model. The old Xbox One is pretty much the affordable model now when this drops. That
is so much bullshit considering I spent $500 fucking dollars on mine.
Yep, the S is gonna have 4K video and all that bullshit. And then the Scorpio is one that they're touting to be 4 times more powerful.
That's the next generation console from Microsoft.
Holiday 2017 is when they're dropping it. And they got all these bragging about the hardware specs, and it's cool and all. I like hardware, but one guy in the video it pissed me. I'm still fucking pissed.
Rude the day for Brandon.
Yeah, it had all these people bragging about all the different specs on it, and I don't know if these are actors, engineers, or just generic employees, what the fuck they are. But one of the guys on the video, and I might, if I can remember, I'll link to it in the publish of this. He says, "We can render fully uncompressed pixels. These are the highest quality pixels anyone has seen." I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude. Do you even know what the fuck a pixel is? It's the tiniest speck of light that a monitor can fucking produce. It's in little squares on there. They don't get any fucking smaller. You can't fucking compress that. It's a basic fucking unit. It's like saying we're putting out the highest quality hydrogen atoms. They're all the fucking same.
Maybe you should put that out now and become a
Maybe I
billionaire.
should. I'd be like, y'all been buying compressed hydrogen atoms all these years. I'm putting out the highest quality hydrogen atoms. God fucking damn it.
That's Jimmy Rustler.
I'm not ever buying this motherfucker just because of that.
Welcome to the return of Rage Rant.
That pissed me off.
It is pretty shitty, man, because you know why they're fucking doing the shit, though?
Because the, was it the PS4K or whatever?
That and the NX, I think.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to one of my other buddies about this earlier today, actually. So he was talking about, Nintendo's a no-show at E3 on the NX. And it's just so funny that how, out of the blue, Project Scorpio is not going to be an upgraded Xbox. It's a new Xbox. It's the next generation. And
they're quick to add that all the old Xbox stuff will work on it, so it's not
Xbox
obsolete.
One isn't obsolete yet at all. But they're going to have a higher end model that you can get. And all that shit, and they're saying now the PlayStation 4 Neo might be more than just the PlayStation 4.5, that kind of deal. What if Nintendo actually fucking for once has something, a huge cannon up their sleeve, and then it's just kind of scared them and been like, fuck, they might actually stand a chance on this. Because they got insider tips on the inside of the market, some.
Yeah, or they could just be trying to squash their competition while they're weak.
That's true. That is true.
Kick them while they're down.
Just muscle them out finally.
Yeah.
Make one big move to finally muscle Nintendo completely out of the fucking chain.
I really think it's more to do with the whole the virtual reality fad.
Yeah, because a lot of the stuff I've seen touted for the new Xboxes is all VR based.
Yeah.
Like Fallout 4's got full VR mode now.
Oh boy, he can go scavenge fucking band-aids and shit in virtual reality.
You can do that at our local streams and lakes around Coleman County. Find all the used needles you want too.
Everybody said it before, I'll say it again. VR is such a fucking fad. It's not going to stick around. There's always going to be VR. It's going to be a novelty. As the home thing is going to be a boutique thing that very few people do and get.
Well, who in the fuck wants to spend $500 on a console, turn around and spend $500 more fucking dollars on a VR headset?
Well, let's just say tomorrow they came out with a set, the best set in the world for $100. I still wouldn't use the thing every day.
Oh, no.
It's just something you do every now and then. Because, for the novelty of it. Most of the time when I play a game, I just want to fucking sit on the couch and relax. It just don't really work that great, in my opinion. But yeah, that's all I've really got for E3.
The only thing I really want to say again is Friday the fucking 13th.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the gameplay footage on that looks so good because it goes back and forth between somebody playing as Jason and somebody being a counselor.
Yeah.
And it shows both sides of it. Jason can teleport and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. There's a bunch of throwbacks to the NES one too, I noticed.
Really?
Well, Jason, if you don't see the counselor, it emits like a little pulse, like that heightened serial killer ghost sense or whatever. Well, if the character runs into a house, the house starts flashing red.
Oh shit!
Like when in the old game,
they gotta have the purple jumpsuit as an unlockable.
Oh, most definitely. And I hope when you fight him, you can just lean left or right.
Just play Punch Out.
Yeah, with Jason Voorhees.
Get him, little Mac.
Jason will straight punch your head off your fucking body.
Yeah.
Jason goes to Manhattan.
Yeah.
Black guy boxing with him on the roof. Hits him like 50 times, bloodies both his knuckles. Jason punches him in the head one time. You just see his head go flying off in the distance. Amazing.
You want to hit up our question of the week?
We should do that. Question of the week.
The question we gave y'all was, what arcade game has devoured the most quarters from your pocket and why?
We had one answer?
Well, we had a couple.
One call-in answer.
Yeah, we had one call-in answer. On Facebook, Carrie Lansford said, House of the Dead, all of them. Once it start, it can't stop.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah, they're good.
Love me some House of the Dead.
Mike McDaniel said, can't post. Wow, I think you proved yourself wrong. Nah, he was having trouble with Facebook that day.
Our Facebook was having some problems.
Yeah.
David messaged me and said that he couldn't see any of our. He could see our header, but he couldn't see anything else on our page for
yeah,
like a day.
and then at the same time, like I loaded it up on several different systems, and I could see it fine. So
I looked up on my phone and didn't have a problem.
I
with
even
it.
like went on systems I hadn't logged in on and looked at it, so it'd be like a
Fresh start.
yeah, and I could still see it. So probably some techno fuckery at Facebook. Jeffrey Hargrove said, easily Soul Calibur 2. Very good classic game. I've been getting down on some Soul Calibur 1 on my main cabinet. I fucking love Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur is pretty good. I'm such a bastard. I always just try to knock people out of the ring constantly.
It's one of the most efficient ways. That's how I get a really low completion score. I still got to get used to arcade controls. I used to be really good at the Dreamcast. I could beat the arcade mode, and I think in like a minute 30 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, with Mitsurugi, I just ring out all of them.
Shit.
On the main one, I think I got down to 8 minutes, which isn't nearly as good. I'm not used to the controls, and everything's just slightly different. So, and I probably could not do that on the Dreamcast now, but way back when, I could do that. So yeah, Soul Calibur is always great. Did you get, when you shared it, did you get any answers?
Let me look. I thought I did, but I thought Nathan answered mine, but the thing I just looked up didn't show nothing.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about something? Talk about dicks real quick.
Dicks, they're long, they're veiny. Oh, they're not always long, but they're always veiny. Sometimes they wear a hood, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they rock a fur coat. Sometimes they just leave it all out there. They're usually
I'm sorry, y'all. I regret asking that.
they're usually resting on a beanbag because they're lazy as shit. Sometimes they have a runny nose.
Okay, we're getting into a dark place here. I cannot find it unless. Unless this is it. Nope, that's not it.
All right.
I don't guess I did have anything.
We'll play our call then.
Well,
if you want to give us a call, it's 682-777 good.
let's let you know that real quick.
All right.
682-777 good. Dial the number, you know you should. Leave us a message, you know it gives us one. 682-777 good. Yeah.
You heard it first right there.
Yep, 682-777-4663. Give us the voicemail.
Our answer comes from our buddy Jason Chandler.
Yeah.
Hey, good old gamers. Jason R. Chandler.
Hey,
I've been
Jason.
giving it some thought, and the arcade game that really sucked my quarters as a kid was Terminator 2 by Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the light gun game by Midway
yeah.
Arcade Games. But it was a good game, so I'm not really sad that it sucked a lot of my quarters. That's just how Midway games were, be it Smash TV or Rampage or even
Smash.
Gauntlet. But the one that sucked my quarters that upset me was Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone. I
never
was a
played
big
that
Double
one.
Dragon fan, but then they implemented this thing in Double Dragon 3 where when you walked through a shop to get items and weapons that you needed, you actually had to drop more quarters even though you didn't die. into the arcade cabinet.
Microtransactions.
So it
Fuck.
was like the DLC that we see today on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in an arcade game. And there was a big backlash from gamers at the
That's-
time for that. So I was not happy to have quarters sucked out of me for Double Dragon 3. But, you know, I was okay with it for Terminator 2. See you guys later.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, that sounds fucking awful.
That's like probably like the earliest form of video game microtransactions.
Oh, shit.
Garbage. Fucking garbage. It's muff cabbage. It's muff cabbage. Fucking garbage.
Speaking of Smash TV, I just got that going on my main cabinet using the dual sticks since I got a 4-player cab.
Nah.
So you can do 1-player in yours, but you can do 2-player mine. It's awesome.
We actually played some Smash TV.
Yeah, first time I've
Southern
seen
Fried.
an original Smash TV cab.
So fucking difficult. But fun as shit.
Yeah. My own answer for this, Simpsons as a kid. I think I put the most. Simpsons or Ninja Turtles?
RoboCop and Alien versus Predator are two of mine, because that's two of the first games I remember spending money that I'd set back to like actually attempt to play through and beat.
Operation Wolf got a lot out of me.
Operation Wolf was, dude. A small story. I went with my parents to this place and somewhere when I was a kid, way the fuck off, out in the middle of nowhere. And they had one of those old ass Walmarts. And my mom and dad were like, "Hey, we're going to give you like $3 in quarters if you'll just stand in this little arcade and play an arcade game."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Okay, cool. $3 in quarters is a lot when you're like fucking 10 years old."
Yeah.
The only goddamn game the arcade had was Pit Fighter.
Ooh.
And I remember like pocketing $1.50 and just being like, "I'll sit here and wait." That was another really fucking bad one. A quarter is too much in that machine.
Yeah. We got to come up with another question. I ain't thought of any. We also got to come up with a winner. So, you want to hit pause?
I can do that again. We back.
Yep.
Jeffrey Hargrove.
You're going to win something a little special.
We brought back a
Warcraft movie poster.
From Southern Fried that we are going to alter to be, actually our friend's company is going to alter it. Boner Factory Films.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard of them, is going to alter it and replace it with their Horcraft trailer or Horcraft poster.
Yeah. It's going to be one of a kind.
So we need your address so we can mail you this beautiful work of art.
Yeah, or we can just drop it off. Because he knows Clay, don't he?
Maybe. Oh, well, if this guy's local, yeah, we can just drop it off.
I know he's at Game Fest.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. Well, holler at us, and we will get in touch with you and get you your crispy new movie poster.
Yeah.
From our friends over
at
bonerfactoryfilms.com. I guess.
We got another question.
Oh, yeah. Dirt.
For, let's see. This is episode 62.
62.
So the next one's probably going to be 64. We don't know exactly which episode it's going on. It's pending this interview. So in the next normal episode, this question will land on. And we're probably going to have a week break. So we're intended to take a week break, but then this interview popped up. So
next weekend we'll be taking off.
Yeah, so maybe we might be skipping a week here soon. I need to spend a weekend with the kids and stuff.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Because I spend all this time without them at Southern Fried. I gotta kind of make it up. So, anyways, the next question of the week is, what video game announcement disappointed you the most and why? Did they announce that? I don't fucking know. I was going to try to come up with a good example, and I fucking failed.
Well, I know a bunch of people were butthurt this last go around with the Crash Bandicoot announcement.
Really?
Yeah, did you see it?
I didn't see it. I just heard about it.
He's a Skylanders character now.
No.
Yes.
God damn it.
The new rebooted Crash Bandicoot is a fucking Skylanders character.
Yeah. That's awful.
People were pissed about that.
Yeah. I'm not even that big of a Crash fan, and I'm pissed about that.
Well, supposedly though, I did hear they're remastering Crash 1 and 2.
Remasters are fine, but I'm fucking tired of them.
Well, you're getting Skyrim remastered too, man.
Why does that game need remastered? It's like current gen.
Everything needs remastering.
It's not gonna be long before like they'll release the remaster of a game before the game.
They're
even
like
hits.
fucking remaking remakes of games now, just like they're doing with movies.
Yeah.
God damn it.
I mean, they'll come out with like fucking Doom 5 remastered before Doom 5, the original, hits the shelves.
They're gonna come out with a fucking Super Mario Brothers with all women, Super Mario sisters.
I mean, they did the Super Princess Peach. That was actually good.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as they don't...
Do you want to play as a woman with a mustache, though?
Now, if they gender swap Mario, that'd be some bullshit, but yeah.
Now, if they just made Mario have cancer.
Lethargia.
It's a me, Lethargio.
Oh, no.
Mamma mia, my T-cell count is a low. It's terrible.
Oh,
Terrible.
fuck.
Wow. I guess that's it though. For the
Southern Fried wrap up. The Scootening part 2.
Scootening AF lit dragon rave alligator party edition.
Alligator dance party. May our souls burn in hell.
Terrible.
But yeah.
That's it. You can, as always, you can find us on our Facebook, Good Old Gamers Podcast. You can reach us there. You can get us on goodoldgamers.com. Stitcher, iTunes. Reviews are good if you're into that sort of thing. Apparently you're fucking not.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, whatever, fam, whatever. What up? Whatever's AF with it.
Yeah. Hey, go on over to
I'm
the
glad
Retro
we-
Gaming Roundup Facebook page.
Indeed.
Tell them you enjoyed the interview. You know, give them a like, listen to their stuff. Check out Sky Cursor too. That interview's coming up.
Most definitely.
I know it's something out of the price range of the vast majority of people because it's an arcade game. He did hint at something else. I don't know if that was meant for public, so I'm not going to say it yet. So we'll ask him at the interview. But yeah, you'll at least be able to go to Pints and Pixels and play it. But yeah, check them out. Check out the videos and stuff. Show them some support. Indie devs making arcade games. That's fucking badass.
Follow the Southern Fried Gameroom Expo group too.
Check them out.
They throw out all kinds of info all the time about upcoming events, other events and shit. Works like a hub page, so
if it sounds like something you'd like to do, plan ahead for it. We can all go together next year. Mash some buttons together.
Take a
get
good
drunk.
old trip, party, and slam down some games.
Yep.
Do all that though. Listen, like, share. Same old, you know the drill.
Yep.
We're looking still. YouTube shit's coming soon, so bear with us. Guess that's about it.
Yeah.
Right? Well, from our lit AF fam to your lit AF fam, I'm so glad, God damn it, we won't talk like this anymore after this episode.
Oh, fuck.
It's been the bane of my existence all weekend long, and then I actually heard a youth speaking like that, and I'm just like, the world really is probably about to fucking end.
Yeah.
We're doomed. But anyways,
We are.
it's okay.
Alligators will be upon us.
Enough with the alligators.
I can't.
Huh.
It's
Well-
low-hanging fruit.
Well, as in the words of some people, game over, man.
Game over. AF.
Fam.
Lit.